Hey everybody, hope you're doing terrific. It's Joe Pimentel. I just wanted to put together a little Warrior of the Light tutorial. This is just a little tutorial to give you an idea of as far as how the Warrior of the Light support group really works. And before I jump into the technicalities here on the computer, I just want to give you a little bit of background. When I really started looking at groups and how we can form a group and what's the most effective what's the most effective means and method that we can, this is what I came up with. Now what you're going to find is each individual group provides an incredible wealth of knowledge and experience, and typically it's going to take on the personality of the founder, of the leader. So when you start evaluating where do you want to invest your time, and don't get caught up in one specific group. I actually encourage you to, focus an 18-week program with one group or go somewhere else. But when I really looked back and I said, wow, if Joe Pimentel were just getting started, what would really work for him? And there's actually a great book out there by Michael Gerber called The E-Myth, The Entrepreneurial Myth. And I read that book a long time ago, but I kind of looked at our system and said, you know what, here's the system that I came up with. So number one, within this group, I find that when I first log on to transformation.com, I typically go directly into my blog and I write about what's important to me. Now I started this January of 2009, and if you go back to my blogs, you'll see every day I wrote about what was going on in my life. Now I also tied in my nutrition from the previous day and whatever exercise that I did, but let me warn you, we can't fall in love with your exercise and nutrition program. We fall in love with your personality, with what your triumphs, your victories, with your life. So you know what, just a few lines. Go to my blog, and this is really me getting present, what's going on with my life, okay? Now once I've blogged, I actually get out of my blog, and I'm going to explain this here in a second, but then I go into the group, and there's a specific icon for this group. If you click your groups, you're going to find an icon, you go into the group, and in the Warrior of the Light group, there's always going to be a daily thread. So whatever thread has today's date on it, that is the daily thread. Does that make sense? So on that thread, we like to keep it pretty clean. Hello everyone, here's my blog for today. Pow! So now you have your blog. So number one, you shared yourself, you got present to yourself. Number two, you were accountable. So you went into a group and you said, here's my blog. Pow! And then number three is really building community. Don't do this thing alone. There's a 225% proven benefit of being in a group. Bill covers that in his book. So the third part is, okay, from that particular daily accountability thread, you then pick someone else's blog out, you click on it, it's going to instantly take you to their blog, you read it, and you share in their life, and you learn about them, and then you leave encouraging feedback. Hey, it was great to learn more about you, congratulations, whatever it is, you're going to then connect and you're going to meet other people and you're going to be building community. So you're going to be sharing yourself, you're going to be being accountable, and then number three, you're going to be building community. So let me show you exactly how that works. I got my computer here, and let's see if we can get this thing dialed in such a way really quickly here. Yes, now that's probably not going to work real good with that light on right behind us. So I will turn that off. Okay, here you go. So this is what you see when you first log on, okay? So from this particular place, you have this thing here called My Account. So the first thing that I do is I jump on My Account up here. I click on that, and that's going to take you to your profile page. So this is what I did every morning. So here was your profile page, and yes, I like to see who else has been. Let's see who else has been on Joe's profile page. It's always good to see that someone stopped by and visited. So if you slide on down there, There are all those wonderful people who pop by. Look at that. Heather said smiles with a hug, and I got Uncle Dave there. And okay, so here's where you're going to click on sliding down the avalanche chutes. So last Monday I went on a hike and we slid down an avalanche chute at Mount Bros. Okay, so here I would actually click New Post. You click on New Post. In fact, why don't we just do this? So on New Post, you're then going to get a brand new blog. And I always labeled mine Notes from the Transformation Battlefield. That's what I did 2 years ago. Whatever today's date, whatever the title is that grabs your attention. Say, hey everybody, here I am. I'm excited about changing my life, making some powerful, whatever you want to do. So once you do that, down here at the bottom, there's a submit button. You hit submit, pow! That sends you into Blogville. Okay, so once you hit submit, I found for some reason, I don't know if this is a computer glitch or what, you have to get out of your blog. So you go back to your profile page, and then you go back into the blog. And once you're in the blog, so that what'd you do? You just shared yourself in your blog. Step number 1. Step number 2, right up here at the top. See where it just got highlighted? Yes, right up there. Okay, now if you hit Control-C, that will copy it. Or if you just hit copy, you got your address to your accountability blog. Okay, so now we got the address. So our next step is then to go to our accountability group. So you come in here and you see this thing, it says groups right here. You click on groups, and once we go through groups, look at that, that's the Warrior of the Light support group. And with the Warrior of the Light support group, there it is, a little greetings to the group. And look at that, June 25th, that's today. So that's our daily accountability thread. We click on that one. Wow, look at all these wonderful people that have already generated. Chris kicked it off. She said, fabulous Friday, everyone. Andy, Joe, Brian, Andrea. So then you go on down there at the bottom, and then you just click in there, you type in, here's my blog, hope you guys are doing fabulous, and then you hit Control-V, which is paste. So now you got a little greeting, you got your link right there, and then you hit Post Quick Reply, and once you do that, it'll probably look just like this one here. Good morning, Warriors, this is Sally, and then now we have to, right, build community. So what do? We say, we click on, we say, hey, well, let's see what Sally's doing today. So you click on that, and for some reason this computer has been a little bit slow, so we'll give it a second. It links you up. What it's doing right now, it takes you right into Sally's blog. So let's see what Sally's got for today. Dun dun! Isn't it exciting? Now that we got Sally's blog here, message of hope from Nick Vujic. So she's got a video there. How exciting. I'll have to come back and visit that thing. In fact, she just posted it, so we don't have any comments. So we're then going to look at that, and then we're going to add some type of encouraging feedback on that blog. And you know, when you first start out, I actually encourage you to try and leave at least 2 comments. Get to know 2 people. And then really, what you've done is you've shared yourself, you've held yourself accountable, you've built some community. That's what our group is all about. Obviously, we could go into all the others, the right nutrition, the exercise, the 18-step challenge. In fact, let me revisit something. So that's what we're going to do every day. So then we're going to have assignments. So then you have assignment number 1. Well, what do we do with assignment number 1? So I'm going into my community. I go into my group, and from my group, and I apologize, I didn't realize this was going to be almost 10 minutes. Go back into the Warrior of the Light group, and then you slide on down there. Warrior of the Light, assignment number 1. And in this particular thread, same way, right? Post your assignment number 1 here. And on this particular one, I want you to cut and paste it here. And the reason being, it just makes it very simple and easy for everyone to have access to that information. So I have 5 minutes to sign off. Hopefully this explains everything. We will talk to you guys later.